Recently, I was talking with one of my clients who was telling me about how he was having a potentially very difficult and challenging conversation with one of his direct reports. And he was a little like, okay, he's kind of sweating bullets, kind of going into this meeting. And he realized that as he was going into the meeting, that he actually could be a lot more calm about what he was going to do in the meeting because he knew what his personal brand was. And I love hearing this type of examples, you guys. I love when leaders recognize, oh, this is my brand. Now, this is how I'm going to leverage this thing when I'm moving into something that's very kind of difficult feeling, right? I'm sure if you've been in a situation yourself, right? You're like, I don't want to have this conversation with this person. Like, oh, they're complicated, it's like second guessing. And it's like, set it down, let it go. It's going to be all right. And he stepped into that conversation in a very calm way, not combative, right? Not the let's duke it out kind of stuff. And he came at it from such a more peaceful place because he knew how he wanted to show up. He knew how he wants to build his personal brand. And you might be thinking right now, what does it have to do with building your brand with how I'm talking with a challenging employee? There's a lot to it, you guys. And let me give you this little example. If that employee leaves the company, likely they're going to go somewhere else and find a job. Okay, it's pretty common. Okay, they move on, they go off, they're doing whatever. Okay, and if you leave them in this place of lots of strife and anger and challenge and whatever and confusion, they move on. It's quite probable that they're going to speak negatively about you. Even if they have enough sense to not speak negatively about you, they're going to harbor that inside their heart. And if you're cross paths with somebody somewhere else, it could be at the grocery store, it could be at a conference, right? Maybe you as a leader decide to go and interview in another company. You don't know where this former grumpy employee went to. And now all of a sudden they're working at a company where you're now wanting to apply to work there. And maybe that person is actually part of the interview committee. Or maybe the executives say, does anybody know you? And the person's like, yeah, don't hire that guy or that gal. They treated me really poorly. We do not want them here in our company. Okay? So that's why I'm telling people, you need to know your brand. It's going to help you to more comfortably and confidently and compassionately step into any of these conversations that might otherwise feel like there's strife. Instead, let it go and instead come to this place of connection and collaboration with people because you are more comfortable with who you are and what that thing is that you're trying to do in the world, the legacy that you want to build in the world, okay? But if you don't have that clarity on your personal brand, get in touch with me, please. With the personal brand strategy work that I'm doing, we've got personal brand boot camps. You can come at me, just all sorts of great stuff to help you, okay? Because if you don't have that, then when you're going into these conversations, it's going to feel much more difficult. There's going to be a lot more friction than really needs to be. You don't need to have that. And you know what? Your people don't need it either. They don't need that friction, okay? They need answers and they need you calm and cool, okay? That feels so much better. Doesn't that feel so much better and more like, oh, let me deep breathe through this thing, okay? That's what you get when you're clear on your personal brand. So, come what may and love it with any of these challenging conversations with your people. And you might go, I don't want to love that. No, I want to avoid it. You guys, you can't avoid it. If you want to avoid it, then don't be in leadership anymore. If you don't want to have tough conversations with people that work for you, don't be in leadership. Go and talk to your boss and say, okay, it's time for me to step down and be an individual contributor. Okay? And I don't think you want to do that. I think you want to be in leadership. You probably got into leadership because you're excited to see people develop and grow and you want to help to kind of shepherd good things along, right? Hopefully you didn't just get into it because it was a pay bump, right? So Take this into consideration. Get clear about your personal brand. It's going to help you to show up as an authentic leader of who you are, what is it you want to be known for, and then you can step into any of these tougher conversations and say, it's all right. I know how I'm going to handle this, and I'm going to come at it with a calmness. It's going to make a difference. A difference for you on how you're going to handle it, and a difference for them. And that, my friend, makes all the difference in the world. It totally does. Okay, so if you're not clear on your personal brand, or if you are clear on your personal brand, you're like, okay, I need some ideas on finessing this and how do I really leverage my personal brand, please get in touch. Let's talk about this, okay? I can do one-on-one coaching with you. I've got the personal brand ambassador community, all sorts of great classes, recorded stuff, and we get together a couple times a month. Let's do this. Let's help you so that you can more effectively navigate any of those tough conversations that are going to happen, okay? It's not a matter of if, it's when, okay? They're going to happen. Let's help you navigate those much more calmly, okay, my friends? All right, go live your brand.